Alright guys, today we're going to be replacing this control arm on a 2005 Nissan Altima. Not just this one, any other Nissan Altima from like 2003 and up. You're going to have a similar control arm, aluminum control arm. It has two bolts here, one bolt there, and then the ball joint. Usually this ball joint goes bad. I posted a video called Dangerous, and it shows you how bad this ball joint is, how dangerous it is, and if it has a play like that, you can hurt yourself, you can kill yourself, you kill somebody on the road, caught a big and bad accident on the highway, going 80 miles per hour. But anyways, check that video out. I'll post a link down below, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. Subscribe, share, like, and press that bell button so you can get notification for all of my videos. Alright, so let's get to it. Let's knock this bad boy out and put in a new control arm right here that I have in my hand right now. Alright, so we're gonna remove this little bolt and we're gonna throw this little guy out of here, right? And I'm gonna save this bolt. I'm gonna take this over to the car. We're gonna remove the other one and put this one in, alright? Alright guys, today we have a 2005 Nissan Altima and we're gonna be changing this control arm right here. Alright, this ball joint here has a play in it. This ball joint is part of the control arm, so we're gonna have to replace this whole control arm right here. And as you can see, it's a big wild play into this ball joint, very dangerous. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this bolt right here. This is probably like 22 or 24. There's a cotter pin in there. We'll remove that, and also right back here, if you go in the back here, we're gonna remove several things back here, guys. First of all, we're gonna remove the number 19 right there, and if we back up a little bit, you will see this little bracket right here. We're gonna remove the 19 here and 19 here, and also to make your life easy, guys, remove this bolt right here and the two bolts up here, the number 12s right over here, and this frame will come off, and then you'll be able to get the control arm in there very easily. All right guys, so let's get cranking. All right guys, first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that cotter pin. You could use a cutter like that and just pull the cotter pin out, or you could just straighten it up the other end. I just like to grab it and just pull it just like that, and it comes right out. All right guys, so next step is, let me go match up a wrench for this and I'll tell you what size that is. Alright guys, this is number 22. So I went and got me a number 22, but first get a wire brush such as that. Just clean that off a little bit so it'll make your life a little easy, because that little bit of dirt might go into the thread and it's gonna give you a hard time turning that. Alright, and also take some lube, spray WD-40, just spray that down. Alright guys, there's several different ways you can do it. You can remove the spindle and everything, and take out the axle, put an impact gun. That's worst come to worst, that's my scenario. But I have a number 22, and if this works, I don't need to take off. And this bolt is gonna be super duper tight, so if you need to put a wrench on a wrench, put a wrench on a wrench, but you might not have a space, and number 22 socket is not gonna go there unless you have a short socket. All right, so I'm gonna hit my camera if I try to do this, so let me see if I can manage it. If not, then we gotta put the camera away, and once it's loose, then I'll show you guys. There you go, it's loose, guys. So once it's loose, either it's gonna be very free, or you should be able to put the gear wrench on. Doesn't need to catch the whole thing, but this one is pretty loose, guys. But that lube on it is gonna slip my hands, so let me wipe it down a little bit so I can at least grab it, and I'm not gonna be able to turn it, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. All right, I gotta give it some support with my fingers to lock it down. And this is when I hit, you know, the bolt is very loose, it won't come out with the wrench, but it's not that loose that it's gonna come out with your fingers. Alright guys, Alright, so just work your way out with this bolt. So it should be a little tight like that, so I should be able to at least, you know, turn it with my gear wrench. My gear wrench is getting stuck in there, but it's gonna have to do. Let me just move it a little bit this way. Alright guys, save this bolt just in case the new bolt doesn't come with it, and all the other bolts you are gonna have to save. Alright, so we got this out guys. You can put a fork here to remove this, but we'll do that later on. But let me remove everything else first. If you don't have a fork, you can just hit it till it comes out. Alright, and let's go to the next step guys. So we're gonna come over this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get number 19 and I'm gonna smack that bolt with the impact gun guys. So let me go get my tools. Alright guys, so I went and got me a number 19. A lot of times this bolt will get stuck. You might have to heat it up. Alright, it's loose and it should just come out just like that. I like to throw it on the floor right where I took it out from, because it's gonna make me keep that bolt in a spot where this is at, and then the bolts that I'm gonna be taking off over here, it will let me keep those bolts on its spot. Let me move my light out of there guys. All right, it's very difficult sometimes to see what we're doing down here, but let me see if I can turn my camera this way. Alright guys, what I'm gonna do next is I am going to remove this bolt that's holding this frame down, and it's number 19. So let me get 19 again. Right? Don't worry, the frame is not gonna fall because you still got 3 bolts on the whole thing holding. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna remove the other 2 bolts for the control arm. They usually rusted. And as you can see, the control arm moves a little bit, right? So guys, now we are right over here. We're right over here, and this is our next step. The 2 number 12s there. One. And 2 guys. Alright guys, we got everything loose. Let me bring my camera over this way and we'll continue. Alright guys, before I take my camera, let me just show you. So the arm is loose down here, right? You see that? I can move the whole arm around. Plus, if we go a little bit across this way, and if I bring my camera a little bit down, right in here, we should be able to hook this pry bar in there, and we should be able to get this control arm out of the housing there. But before we do that, we need to remove this side. All right guys, we need to remove this little guy right here. So we need to remove him. All right, so what I'll do there is, you need a fork here guys. Put a fork right there. So I'm gonna go get a fork and then we'll hammer that, and this arm should come out. If you don't have a fork, you're gonna have to work something, try to hit it. Oh, I don't need a fork. All right, there it goes guys. Once you have this, the whole arm should be loose. And let's look at it this way now. I'll put my light right there guys. So the arm, all it needs to do is come out of that little housing. And that's it, guys. There's the control arm. Alright, I have the control arm loose, and it's out of the car, right guys? And this is the ball joint right here that had a lot of play in it. Alright, so there it goes. Let me clean up my hands, and then I'll bring the new part over and we'll continue. Alright guys, so we got our control arm here. There it is. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this little bolt right here. Let's save it. It came with a new bolt. Right? What I like to do is I like to put this side in just like we took it off, right? That little guy, put him in first because it's gonna give you a hard time later on. And that's the hardest part, to line that little bolt. And you're probably gonna need a pry bar to line that little guy. But if you don't, good for you. But in this case, I do need it. So you can always push this little spindle out of the way so it can give you a play, right? And what I'll do is let me line that, guys, and let's see if I could get this bolt right in there, all right? So we're looking at the little guy right there. We're trying to line that, all right? There you go, it went in. All right. Ouch. Don't do that. All right. So it's almost aligned. So what you can do is you get a screwdriver and just try to yank a little bit because it went a little bit further than I expected for it to go. Alright, there you go, guys. And make sure you catch the threads before you do anything. And this is self-aligning bolt from the front. You can hammer it a little bit. It will align whatever needs to be aligned, alright? And then before you put a gun on, impact gun, make sure you turn it and feel it, alright? Let me go get my ratchet. I got this older raggedy ratchet. Duralast. Very old ratchet. Alright guys, that thing is in there and I'm happy how it went in. And the next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some WD-40. Now we're gonna come right over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take two of my bolts that belongs in here, right? Let me just see if my camera can catch this. Right, so I'm gonna spray a little bit in the holes because as you saw when I took it out, it was really rusted. Alright guys, catch the threads again on this. There you go, guys. That thing is in there. That thing is in there. Let me put on the ball joint next. So why don't we just do this? We don't have to go too far. Take your control arm and push that ball joint in. And once you have it in, put in that bolt. We're gonna leave that bolt alone, guys. Next, we're gonna come back this way, guys. And we're gonna take our little bracket for the subframe. Don't worry, you should be able to get that bolt that I have tightened right from the center, right? We'll put the number 19 nut there. And then we have two bolts that are gonna go here, the number 12. And this job is pretty simple, guys. Easy and simple. Alright guys, let me go get my impact gun. I'm gonna tighten all these bolts and then we're pretty much done, and we'll tighten the bolt on the ball joint manually. We gotta do that manually. Alright, so take number 12. That's that. Alright guys, don't forget number 19. Here. Alright guys, looking good. And what we have left is the bolt that goes right here into the control arm there, right? Oops. There you go guys. Let's bring our camera over this way, and we're gonna tighten that ball joint bolt. I'm gonna have to set up my light and the camera in a proper angle. And I'm gonna match this up. Hopefully this is also number 22. It looks like a 21 to me, but let me match it up. Alright guys, so the bolt is 21, alright? So whatever your size is, just tighten it, put it in there. Make sure you tighten this bolt really good, alright? Even though we were doing by hand, make sure it's nice and snugged and tight. And make sure you put the cotter pin right through it. There's a cotter pin that goes in there to lock this bolt up. Alright guys, this shouldn't be taking you more than like 1 hour, alright? Maximum. Probably less. It took me like 20 minutes to take off and 20 minutes to put in. And that's about it. Alright guys, I got this bolt nice and tight. Let me give it another snug. There you go guys. And now I'm gonna turn a little bit more so I can get the cotter pin in. A little bit more so the ears cannot block me. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. I'll put the cotter pin in next. Alright guys, please subscribe, share, and like all of my videos. And thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you really good. Alright, so we're gonna end it here. Thank you, subscribe, and bye-bye. And before we end it, let's do one last thing. Any guesses what we're gonna do, guys? Take a wild guess. The guess is no play. You see that? No play on this thing. Nice and solid and safe. Thank you. Bye bye. See you on the next one.